Hey everyone, Felix from Nintendo Life here, and today we're here to review Balatro for the Nintendo Switch. This review was written by the stupendous Ollie Reynolds for NintendoLife.com and has been adapted into this video by me. Games like Balatro don't come around very often. It's the sort of experience that quickly borrows its way into your mind until you can think of little else, so you tell your friends about it and they tell their friends about it. And eventually, through the sheer power of word of mouth, a game that has seemingly popped out of nowhere is now one of the clear frontrunners for Game of the Year. We're not exaggerating, by the way, it's really that good. It's destined to sit along the likes of Stardew Valley, Celeste, and Undertale as one of, if not the defining example of its respective genre. And frankly, we're kicking ourselves that we didn't catch wind of it sooner. If words like roguelike and deck builder fill you with dread, we understand, but just bear with us on this one. Balatro is a roguelike deck builder that's built around the general concept of poker. The idea is that you need to utilize classic poker hands to build up your chips and beat the target score for each round, or officially blind. It sounds simple, and genuinely is. You don't even need any prior knowledge to poker hands because a quick tap of the minus button will bring up a handy list of every possible combination. But the change comes when the target chip number starts increasing. Each card and each poker hand comes with its own set score and multiplier. Ace is worth 11, picture cards are 10, all others are face value. The type of hand you play is then worth a certain number of multipliers. A 3 of a kind multiplies your score by 3, a full house multiplies by 4, easy peasy. So what happens when you have a target score of say 10,000? Surely cards worth only single digits can't reach that score. Well, that's where the jokers come in. There are dozens upon dozens of joker cards that become randomly available throughout your runs in Balatro, and you can purchase one or more in between rounds with your winning money. At first, you can only carry up to 5 at a time, but as you get deeper into the game, you can unlock additional slots as required. Each joker has a specific effect, so layering these on top of each other is one of the key ways to significantly boost your score. So for example, one joker might add a multiplier to specific suits, while another could add a multiplier to hands containing 3 cards or less. What this means is, at least early on, the types of joker cards available in your deck will significantly influence the type of hand you choose to play. Sure, it might be tempting to whack down a full house containing 3 aces and 2 kings, but if you've got a joker that favors 3 cards or less, simply putting down a trio of 10s will net you far more points. Of course, the more time you spend with Balatro, the stronger your runs will get. It won't be long until your joker multipliers start ramping your score into the millions and possibly even billions. It's seriously addictive stuff. But jokers aren't the only cards that influence your score. You also got tarot cards, planet cards, and spectral cards. Each planet card simply levels up a specific poker hand, increasing its effectiveness. The tarot cards are a little more involving. These can essentially change the type of card in your deck. So for example, you can alter a card suit, change it into a lucky card, a stone card, a gold card, and more. I mean, this sounds bonkers, but the game truly does a great job of indicating how a specific change can potentially affect your score going forward. And finally, we have the spectral cards, which offer more benefits, but often with an added cost. For example, you can significantly boost your effectiveness of one joker, but then all your other jokers will be destroyed. But the true beauty of Balatro is that however complex all the individual mechanics might sound from our description, it really is one of the most accessible and instantly gratifying games we've ever experienced. We defy anyone with even the most basic understanding of playing cards to dive in and not get hooked within the first half hour. Everything has been meticulously designed to provide constantly hits of dopamine, and frankly, it's one of the strongest examples of the roguelike genre to date, a perfect remedy to those who might normally shy away from that type of game. This is only embraced by the ability to play the game on Switch via handheld mode. It's still great on TV, sure, but Balatro was made to be picked up and played in short bursts, and handheld mode is perfect for this. You can use the right analog stick as a cursor, the D-pad to snap between cards and options, or the touchscreen in its entirety. All three are viable, but we found that using the D-pad was the best method for us. Now we don't want to get that screen all grubby after all. In terms of visuals, Balatro strikes a wonderful balance between style and function. The basic layout is easy to grasp, with your Joker cards laid on the top, Tarot Planet cards to the right, and your selection of playing cards towards the bottom of the screen. All other information, including the score, target, and the number of hand/discards you have remaining, is displayed to the left. This is then augmented with a gorgeous artistic flair, including an optional CRT filter, wacky designs for the Jokers, and bursts of numbers that flash up in rapid succession as you land a strong poker hand. The music too, while certainly simplistic, is a calming, catchy loop that has certainly become a stubborn earworm as we've put the game down. So in conclusion, Balatro is a roguelike for gamers who don't like roguelikes, and then everyone else on top of that. It utterly nails what it sets out to do, providing an instantly accessible, satisfying and addictive gameplay loop that anyone can grasp. It's an immensely enjoyable experience from the start, but as you get deeper in, there's really nothing else quite like it. We suspect we'll be hearing a lot about Balatro when conversations steer towards Game of the Year, because this is a clear and obvious frontrunner. We here at Nintendo Life give Balatro on the Nintendo Switch a 10 out of 10. And now with the review done, it's time for Felix's personal thoughts. Now, after reading Ollie's review, I was really intrigued by this game. I had never heard about it before, but I sat down and started to play it, and initially I didn't understand the hype. There was just a lot of information, I didn't know what was going on, but around 20 minutes into the game, so not very long, something clicked and it was suddenly, okay, I can see why this would be really good. So I thought, okay, let's play a bit more, and then suddenly 3 hours had passed. Yes, this game is insanely addicting and just gets more and more fun the more you play. The Jokers, I think there's like 150 of them, all with unique abilities, and they just change how your run will play. Maybe you get one where you only want flushes, then you can make the flushes with only 4 cards. It's just one of those games where everything just works. All the ideas introduced, you think, yes, this is just awesome, and there's just always new things being introduced, different types of cards, different types of Jokers, but it doesn't get too overwhelming. Instead, it just gets more and more fun as you see those numbers rack up and up. But yeah, let us know down in the comments below what you think about Balatro, and don't forget to check out our website, nintendoLoft.com, where you can find reviews like these, but in written form. Stay safe, do pick up this game if you're even the tiniest bit intrigued, and we'll see you in the next one. Felix from Nintendo Life, out.